Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel opening scene. Fast-paced montage of AI technology, biotech labs, space rockets, and global landmarks. Host, on camera or voiceover. Welcome back to My History Revealed. In today's episode, we're diving into two powerful forces that have shaped modern America: technological advancements and globalization. These forces aren't just shaping our nation, they're redefining the way we live, work, and connect with the rest of the world. Let's get started. Technological advancements. Seen archival footage of the early internet, contrasted with modern smart devices. Host. America's leadership in technology has shaped global progress, and it all began with the digital revolution in the 1990s. Cut to early images of Google's Office, Amazon's early homepage, and Microsoft Windows. The rise of the internet gave birth to tech giants like Google, Amazon, and Microsoft, sparking a new era of connectivity and innovation. This revolution didn't just change industries, it created a knowledge-based economy. The social media revolution. Seen, a dynamic grid of social media logos and people using smartphones. Host. In the early 2000s, social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram transformed how we communicate. From political activism to marketing strategies, these platforms have reshaped public discourse and connected billions of people worldwide. Artificial intelligence and automation. Seen, robots assembling products, virtual assistants, and self-driving. Cars on busy roads. Host. Fast forward to today, and we see the rise of artificial intelligence. AI has revolutionized sectors like healthcare, finance, and manufacturing. Tools like self-driving cars, facial recognition, and virtual assistants like Alexa and Siri are now part of everyday life. Cut to workers in automated factories and headlines on job displacement. However, automation also raises critical questions about the future of work and how we adapt to these changes in the labor market. Biotechnology and healthcare. Seen, CRISPR gene editing simulations, a scientist working on mRNA vaccines, and wearable health trackers. Host. America's breakthroughs in biotechnology have positioned it as a global leader in healthcare innovation. From CRISPR gene editing to mRNA vaccines, the rapid development of COVID-19 vaccines showed the incredible potential of biotech. Cut to patients using telemedicine and doctors analyzing data from wearable devices. With telemedicine and wearable devices, healthcare is becoming more accessible, empowering patients to take charge of their health. Space exploration. Seen, a SpaceX rocket launch, astronauts preparing for Mars missions, and NASA's Artemis program visuals. Host. And let's not forget space exploration. Private companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin are driving a new era with plans for Mars colonization, reusable rockets, and NASA's Artemis program aiming for a return to the moon. Globalization. Seen, a spinning globe overlaid with trade routes, cultural landmarks, and diverse people. Host. Now let's talk about globalization, the interconnected web of trade, culture, and politics that ties America to the rest of the world. Economic interdependence. Seen, ships at a port, NAFTA trade signing ceremony, and assembly lines in China. Host. America's economy is deeply tied to the global market. Agreements like NAFTA, now USMCA, and partnerships with organizations like the WTO have fostered trade and economic growth. Cut to news clips about outsourcing and supply chain disruptions. But these agreements also sparked debates over outsourcing and the decline of domestic manufacturing. The rise of China as a manufacturing powerhouse has added both opportunities and tensions, especially around trade and intellectual property. Cultural exchange. Seen, Hollywood movies, American pop stars, and diverse food trucks. Host. Through Hollywood, music, and tech companies, American culture dominates the global stage. But globalization is a two-way street. The U.S. has embraced cultural influences like K-pop, global cuisines, and international films, reflecting the beauty of cultural exchange. Challenges of globalization. Seen, wildfires, hackers on computers, and pandemic response footage. Host. Globalization also comes with its challenges. Climate change, cybersecurity threats, and pandemics highlight the need for global cooperation. At the same time, debates about tariffs, protectionism, and immigration policies reveal the complexity of balancing national interests with global responsibilities. Conclusion. Scene. Montage of diverse people, cutting-edge technology, and a hopeful future. Host. From technological breakthroughs to global interconnectedness, these forces have shaped modern America in profound ways. As we navigate the future, we must find ways to balance innovation with equity and collaboration world. Opening scene, fast-paced montage of diverse protests, political events, and evolving technology. Host, on camera or voiceover. Welcome back to My History Revealed. In today's episode, we explore some of the most significant social changes that have shaped modern America. From the struggle for equality to the challenges of political polarization and technology's impact on our lives, these changes reflect the nation's ongoing evolution. Let's dive in. Social changes in America. Scene. Footage of LGBTQ+ pride. Parades, historical civil rights marches, and activists speaking at rallies. Host. Over the past few decades, America has seen transformative social change, particularly in civil rights and equality movements. Civil rights and equality movements. Scene. Highlight the Obergefell v. Hodges ruling, LGBTQ+ couples celebrating marriage equality. Host. The 21st century has continued the fight for civil rights, including monumental victories like the legalization of same-sex marriage in 2015 with Obergefell v. Hodges, a landmark case that reshaped the nation's legal landscape. Cut 2. Black Lives Matter protests, police actions, and activists speaking out. The Black Lives Matter movement, founded in 2013, has brought national attention to issues of systemic racism, police brutality, and the urgent need for criminal justice reform. Cut 2. Footage of diverse activists discussing intersectionality. Today, the conversation around social justice is also shaped by intersectionality, a framework that considers how race, gender, class, and disability intersect to create unique experiences of discrimination. Changing demographics, scene. Diverse American families, cities, and educational settings. Host. America's demographic landscape is changing. By 2045, the U.S. is projected to become a majority-minority nation, with no single racial or ethnic group holding a majority. This shift is reshaping politics, education, and culture. Cut 2. Footage of immigration debates, families crossing borders, and citizenship ceremonies. Immigration remains a key issue, with debates over border policy and pathways to citizenship continuing to define the national conversation. Political polarization and activism, scene. News footage of political rallies, protests, and social media headlines. Host. Political polarization has reached new heights in recent years as divisive issues like gun control, abortion, and climate change dominate the national discourse. Cut 2. Young activists organizing climate strikes and social justice movements. But amid this polarization, we've also seen the rise of grassroots activism, especially among younger generations. Millennials and Gen Z are driving progressive change, demanding action on climate change, racial justice, and economic equality. Technology and social relationships, scene. People using smartphones, social media feeds, and gig economy platforms. Host. Technology has radically altered how we communicate and work. The proliferation of smartphones and social media has connected us like never before, but also introduced challenges around mental health, misinformation, and privacy. Cut 2. Gig economy workers driving for Uber, delivering food, or hosting. On Airbnb. The gig economy, driven by platforms like Uber, DoorDash, and Airbnb, has redefined work, enabling new opportunities for entrepreneurship and flexibility. However, it's also created debates about labor rights and job security. Historical perspective. Scene. Archival footage of the Industrial Revolution, World War II, and Civil Rights Movement marches. Host. To understand today's social dynamics, we need to look back at some of the major historical shifts that have shaped modern America. Industrial Revolution to the Information Age. Scene. Factories from the Industrial Revolution, contrasted with the rise of tech offices in Silicon Valley. Host. The Industrial Revolution marked the transition from an agrarian society to an industrial economy. By the late 20th century, America evolved into a service-based and knowledge-driven economy, largely driven by advancements in technology. World Wars and the Cold War scene, footage, Cold War tensions, and technological innovations. Host: America's leadership in technology was fueled by its involvement in the World Wars and the Cold War. These global conflicts spurred major advancements in communication, aviation, and computing. Civil rights movements, scene, civil rights movement footage, women's liberation marches, immigrant rights protests. Host: Modern movements for equality and justice are built upon the foundations laid by earlier struggles. The civil rights movement, the women's liberation movement, and earlier immigrant rights battles paved the way for the social progress we see today. Future outlook for America scene, futuristic cityscapes, global leaders shaking hands, young activists marching. Host: As we look to the future, America faces both tremendous challenges and incredible opportunities. Technological ethics, scene, footage of AI robotics, biotech labs, and privacy concerns. Host: Advancements in artificial intelligence and biotechnology raise pressing ethical questions. Issues of privacy, labor displacement, and equity will take center stage in shaping our future. Global leadership scene, global leaders meeting, international trade, and climate action negotiations. America's role in a multipolar world, in competition and collaboration with nations like China and India, will be crucial to future global stability and prosperity. Social cohesion. Scene, diverse communities engaging in dialogue, political discussions, and community-building efforts. Host: Bridging political divides, addressing systemic inequalities, and adapting to demographic shifts will be essential for maintaining social cohesion and ensuring national unity. Conclusion. Scene, montage of America's diverse communities, technological advancements, and hopeful future. Host: Modern America is an ever-evolving mix of innovation, diversity, and social change, shaped by its past and constantly reinventing itself for the future. Closing screen, channel logo, and call to action text. Thanks for watching My History Revealed. If you enjoyed this deep dive into America's social and historical transformation, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating insights from history.